everyone, here it's me Saman Khan from class 12th Humanities batch, and today I stand before you all to have a discussion in one of the most critical topic: was the war between Russia and Ukraine justified or not? And I firmly say no, it was not. Not from the perspective of national sovereignty, not from the perspective of international law and basic human dignity. The most fundamental principle, the right to self-defense. Ukraine is a sovereign country. It did not attack Russia first. It did not start the war. It was Russia who had launched the full-scale invasion of Ukraine in 2022. Ukraine is just a simple and peaceful country trying to determine its own future. Ukraine has every legal and moral right under UN Charter to defend itself. Russia has violated the international agreements. On 1994, under the Budapest Memorandum, Ukraine has sacrifices its world's third nuclear arsenal just to get security assurances and a promise from Russia that it will never ever mess with the border of Ukraine, nor will it mess with the peace of the Ukraine. But guess what? The promise got shattered as Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022 in a brutal and unjustified manner, and also annexed Crimea illegally in 2014. Ukraine is not asking for dominance. It is asking for peace, trust and law. Ukraine is standing not only just with its own people, but also with the idea on which the modern world is built upon. Ukraine is, I repeat my words, Ukraine is not only just standing with its own people, but it is standing defending the idea that no matter how much powerful a country is, it cannot redraw the border through violence. And whatever Russia did was just an unjustified aggression, and it cannot be justified. So this was all from my side, and now I would like to call my co-members Zainab, Pranika, Arpita, Vaibhav and Sresh for further discussion whether the Ukraine-Russia war was justified or just an unjust aggression. And we are against of this topic, like we are in favor of Ukraine.
Good morning everyone present here. I am Srishti from class 12 and I'll be standing here to be a part of this debate competition. I'll be in favor of Russia because I truly believe that what Russia did, it did to keep its nations safe. It did to secure its nation's interest and security. And whatever she told, someone has told us, it's not true at all. What we believe at Russia did all of it for self-defense because Ukraine started it first somehow, and that's will be my part. And now I would like to call my co-members Arushi, Sara, Alia, Ashish and Aditya for their point of view in this topic. Is it a justified argument or a conflict? Thank you.
Good morning everyone. I am Vaibhav Joshi and I am here today to speak in favor of Ukraine. That what Russia did in this war was just an unjustified attack. Ukraine did not attack Russia first, and Russia illegally annexed in 2014. Russia illegally annexed a part of Ukraine, Crimea, and it also landed a full invasion on 24 February 2022. So what Russia did was an unjustified attack, and it started it first.
Good morning everyone present here. So I am Arushi from class 12th science stream. So I am here to justify my opinion in the favor of Russia. So I would like to say at first, whatever Russia did was just for his security purpose. While war is never the best path, it's important to understand the reasons behind the Russia action. Russia has serious national security concerns, with the NATO expanding closer to the boundaries of Russia. It feared that the presence of Western weapons in Ukraine, just like any other country, Russia has right to protect its border, its people and its own country. So I would like to say Russia is doing just for its own security purposes. And for the more introduction, I would like to call my teammate Sara for more further explanation.
Good morning everyone. Today I, Sara, from class 12 science stream, is here not to glorify a war, but to show what a one-sided narrative is, but to challenge it. Today Russia is painted as a global villain, but what you see today, it's aggression. No, it's not about the aggression. It's about the betrayal. It's about the survival. It's about the geopolitical needs. It's not about aggression. Today, NATO is knocking at Russia's door. So what we are doing? We are just saving ourselves. Thank you.
Good morning everyone. My name is Ankita Kumari and I am from class 12 Commerce. Today I am going to speak against the motion and I am in favor against the motion Russia and Ukraine war, and I am in favor of Ukraine. I totally disagree with Sara's statements, as she told that that Russia did so because of its self-defense and for the security of the people, for its people. Because Ukraine was not the first who threatened Russia. Russia was the first who attacked on Ukraine, and second thing about which she talked, that for the security of the people. So there is no proof regarding this that Ukraine threatened the people of Russia. So I totally disagree with her statement.
As per Ankita, we are not doing it in self-defense. But do you know the broken promise? After the Cold War, the US assured that NATO would not expand 1 inch towards east. But today, NATO is knocking our door. Russia's door with military bases in Poland, Romania, and attempts to draw Ukraine into its fold. Let me ask, would America stay calm if China placed missiles in Mexico? Security is indivisible. No state should strengthen its security at the cost of another. As Sara said, that can you just that security point? Security is indivisible. No state should strengthen its security at the cost of another. So Ukraine is just defending itself also. Ukraine is determining its future. It didn't initiate the war. It was Russia who initiated the war in 2022 and also annexed Crimea, a part of Ukraine, in 2014, even after the promise. And you were talking about a broken promise. Now, there was a memorandum, I had also mentioned it in my speech, Budapest memorandum held in 1994, and in that Ukraine has just give up on his world's third nuclear arsenal just to get an security assurance and a promise from Russia that it will never invade on Ukraine. Then why did it annex the part of Ukraine in 2014? Isn't the promise is also broken in that time also. So Ukraine has always get inferior by Russia. Russia has always used his power on Ukraine. Ukraine is just wanted to secure his future by joining NATO. It was not fighting with Russia. It never wants to fight with Russia. He knows that Russia is a very powerful country. Russia is just using his power on Ukraine. And the second thing is that Russia always suppress the country and invade the country whoever wants to get independence and freedom. After the disintegration of USSR, there were 14 countries who get independence and become democratic country, and whoever wants to get the independence, Russia always invade that and have a conflict with that. Do you have any answer to this question?
I would like to comment.
Come.
Now, what is your main point? Everything you said, what do you emphasize on the most?
Promise.
Now let me tell you, in 2014, the Minsk agreement was signed by both Russia and Ukraine, and it was that, please let me complete my point, it was that Ukraine will remain neutral, nor it will join Russia nor the NATO. They both signed it, but what Ukraine did, it totally ignored it. Do you have any point on that?
Why? I I just want to ask why. When Russia has broken one of the biggest promise by having annexation of Crimea, it did broke the promise, and that were made in the 1994. And you are talking about that Minsk agreement. Now you are talking about. Let me complete first. I'll let you that. You are talking about Minsk agreement, right? It was not an official agreement. It was just Russia's, and it was held with false. Like it was just in that agreement there were only Russian members, not international members.
But why Ukraine signed it if it was only Russian members?
Because at that time Ukraine wants its security, and after that, why it's not like that? It's like that only.
Ignored it. If it signed it, why did it ignore it afterwards?
Russia also signed the Budapest Memorandum. Then why did it ignore it? Why did it shatter the promise by annexing the part of Ukraine, by annexing a part of Crimea?
The Donbass region.
I know whatever you are going to say. The Donbass region, the Russians are getting suppressed. No,
Not Russians. The people in Ukraine who support Russia or who speak.
there is no credible information. There is no credible information. It was just a false pretext made by Russia just to defend the action of war. And you are talking about Donbass region. There is no local militant. There is no local people who suppress Russia. There is only who suppress Russian speakers. There is only Russian backed militants who suppress Russia just to make Ukraine bad, and to get a point to start a war.
It's proven that the people in Donbass region, they have suffered because of the military in Ukraine.
It's not international news. It's not an international news. Why? When it's not international news, why would I listen to that? It's only made from Russia.
That's very inhuman to say that.
So you mean to say basically that information was deciphered from Russia?
Yes, sir. The information was decided from Russia
There is no any
there is no any pretext proof of that. It was just Russia wanted to start a war and Russia wanted to get a war.
Alright. Anyone else would like to say something from your group? Please come forward. You just hold it in your hand, no problem. There's something
I would like to end this self-defense topic for once and for all. First of all, Russia said it attacked in self-defense, but so did Ukraine. Ukraine joined NATO in self-defense, and joining NATO is not a justification of war for Ukraine. Joining NATO is not a justification of war for Ukraine. Ukraine has been constantly threatened by Russia for being a small country, and it wanted to join NATO for its self-defense too. Ukraine is an independent country and has its own rights to make decisions. Okay. Russia holds no authority over that.
So you are just saying that it's a breach of democracy, right?
Yes, sir.
Sir, even the Ukraine has rights, but no rights is proven to take the dignity of the people and to suppress them. By this right, there is no good thing happens through this, because Russia tried to solve things diplomatically, but no one listened. Even the Westerns are playing double standards here. They are supporting the Ukraine by sending weapons, and to the doorstep of the Russia, they are invading their militaries there. But can't even Russia just protect its country?
So you mean to say that it's one sort of conspiracy, right? I mean, Russia is alleged to be the criminal, but actually he is not the
Russia
criminal.
is trying to solve the things diplomatically as first, but they ignored it. They started the war because they ignored. Russia wanted to solve the things, but no one listened it. I tried to contradict every one of you.
I want to contradict Russia. As you say that Ukraine, there is a conspiracy going on. Okay, Russia never tried to handle the thing diplomatically.
Russia tried to solve
If it wanted, it should have never annexed Crimea in 2014. Just because there is a seaport called warm water, which never get cold in even in the winter season, it annexed that part, and you are justifying that. There is a lot of human loss. There is a lot of destruction. Family sees their family member dying in front of them. They have seen their house getting demolished in front of them. Still,
United
is doing
World
by its
Nation
own
has
self.
been
Because
All right.
Ukraine is
alleged
small country
by
as it is.
International
It
Court
should
of
not have
Justice.
that much of weapon as it was
Vladimir
going for
Putin
still
also
continuously.
has issued
So
an arrest warrant.
actually, they mean to say that, see, the situation is that Ukraine, right, is a small country, okay, not much having resources and all, but still it could manage everything. It was just, just standing. The other countries also participated in it.
Yes,
So
sir.
they mean to say, why so? So it would be like a threat to the other country too, and that's why they took that stern decision. Okay, and they became ultimately the villain. This is your point, right?
Exactly.
They are the villain.
In UN Charter, there is a section which gives legal and moral right for a country to defend itself. Okay, just listen to me first. I'll give you time. This time I'll not invade. Okay, so like this is one of the topic. UN Charter has given the right to defend itself as a country. Okay, and Ukraine, there is 140 UN states have condemned the Russia's action and supported Ukraine because Ukraine is a small country and it needs support. Otherwise, Russia would have like just annexed the part of Ukraine, annexed whole Ukraine.
Yeah,
just
I mean, it
ended.
would be totally destroyed.
Yes, sir. It's like it's.
So according to you, it's an instinct of survival.
Yes.
Right? Fantastic.
Okay, just before you say that.
Yeah, Srishti, just a minute. Anyone else? Ashish, you have your own opinion, please.
You are talking about UN Charter. Let me ask you one thing. USA is the number.
Ashish, can you be a little bit louder?
You are talking about UN Charter. Let me ask you one thing. USA, the number one arms backer of the Ukraine. Which of the charter has USA have followed? They have unnecessary provoked war in Iraq. They have unnecessary provoked war in Afghanistan.
Okay.
They-
No, you can't.
I don't want to talk about any other country except Russia.
Why? USA is backing Ukraine, nah. There could be a conspiracy. USA is backing Ukraine. USA has conducted many proxy wars during the Cold War. How can you say USA has no ground or no motive in it? How can you
Did
say
I
that?
ever talk about US?
Because
US is
backing
NATO. No, US is playing double standard.
Someone try to listen to it.
Someone who funds NATO the most? Answer me this. Who funds the NATO the most?
US.
US. Simple.
The most important topic is Ukraine is a diplomatic and independent country. After the disintegration of USSR, there were 14 countries emerged as an independent country, including Ukraine. And Ukraine has its right to join whichever organization it wants. And just because Russia, it shares 20,000 kilometer long border with Russia, Russia cannot suppress, cannot invade, cannot start a war with Ukraine.
Okay.
Just because it's his neighboring country, Russia cannot suppress a country just because it shares its neighborhood.
Okay.
Now,
Let me clear you one thing. Tell me one thing. If that's the case, if a country has right to join whichever group they want, then let me ask you one thing. Why USA is threatening BRICS nation, increasing their tariff if they develop their own currency and everything? Why USA is increasing tariff on BRICS nation? They are also an organization. Why they are increasing their tariffs if that's the case?
Let's talk about
But that's a separate matter.
That's a
That's a
No, they are exemplified. It's one short of example. They are relating to.
But like,
Wait.
so if the thing is like that, we can also give a lot of examples. But this is the topic about Russia and Ukraine, so just stick to that.
Okay.
Don't go like out of the
Okay,
You
okay.
started.
Okay.
What did I start?
You involved
When did I involve
okay.
US? Listen at first.
We are not involving countries. We are just using it as an example.
When did we evolve US? When did I evolve
But
US?
Because they have mentioned because their involvement is over there.
It's about NATO.
No problem. They can keep.
Okay.
No problem.
Now, please don't disturb me when I say this. When I'll complete my point, you can proceed. Okay? NATO. Do you know the full form of NATO? Tell me.
Not Atlantic Treaty Organization. This is a childish question.
Exactly. Okay. So, the Western countries are involved in NATO. Then how you can ignore US?
It is a part of this war. Like, okay, now tell me, you are so like defending it so much. Now let me ask you, what about the invasions US did in Iraq, Afghanistan, and Libya? What are you gonna say on that? You think US is acting like a sheep, but it's a wolf in the sheep clothes of sheep. Okay.
Ukraine is an independent country. It
Then
has
why
that's
is
what
it
we
so?
are saying.
That having right does not mean you invade other countries and
Ukraine. When did Ukraine?
by joining the NATO, Ukraine.
Okay. Just tell me the one answer that Russia wanted to annex Crimea. It did. Nobody said anything. Everyone was quiet. In 2022, when Ukraine wanted to join NATO, Russia just boom.
Okay.
But before calling Russia a criminal, you should ask who sold weapon to the world. Before calling it a bully, ask who desensitized the Middle East. What? Can you repeat it? Do you have? Before calling Russia a war criminal, ask who sold weapons to the world. Before calling it a bully, ask who destabilized the Middle East. Destabilize? Like, I didn't get the question.
Can you just elaborate? I mean, in a simple language. What do you want to say?
You are calling Russia a criminal. Yes. Okay? Yes, we are calling it. And you are in support of NATO, right? We are in support of Ukraine.
But NATO Ukraine is the war.
That is the main point. I know, but our main topic is, our main point of view, our main POV.
Ukraine is a potential member of NATO.
Ukraine possession of NATO.
Okay, Arushi and someone, fine. Okay. Anyone else from your group? Having a different
Ukraine
opinion?
is a potential member of NATO, so US has all rights to help it. And Russia is officially a criminal.
Invade any other country, you know. Okay, I asked you a very simple question, Saman. I want you to answer it in yes or no. If you're in your house, you feel someone broke into your house, will you take any actions, or you will just sit to take any actions like from them first? Yes or no? Will you take any actions?
The example
No. Yes or no?
Just say yes or no. It's a yes or no question.
They just want to know. Okay, what would be your
What
next
will
step?
be your point of view?
And US is right.
We want yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes, I do. Same thing
No,
did
no.
by Ukraine.
Same
Russia. Just tell me one thing. Okay, it's about NATO. We are talking about NATO. It's the NATO came in between Russia and Ukraine in 2022. Then why did it annex the part of Ukraine in 2014? At that time, Ukraine never wanted to join NATO. Ukraine didn't even got the
Ukraine always wanted to join NATO. In our political science book, chapter 2.
At that time, there were no topic of Ukraine that it will be joining NATO. This topic arises in 2022. Then
No.
why did it annex a part of Ukraine?
Ukraine always wanted to join the Western countries, which is like their North Atlantic
Yes,
Treaty.
because he wanted its security.
You
But
just
you
said-
always had
you
example.
just said-
Okay,
You guys are giving
just
an
a minute.
example.
Yeah, you are giving your.
You guys are given an example. Let me give you one example, okay? We are living in a school. What about the administration? Will give that no, you guys will not go outside of the school. We will give you everything. We will give you food. We will give you clothes. We will give you games. We will make you study. We will give you everything, but you are not allowed to step outside of the school. Doesn't this restrict your freedom?
Of course it does.
Of course it does.
But that's
same
why the
thing,
nations
same thing,
integrate.
same
We
thing.
don't find any problem in that.
Same thing happened with
I
Russia.
think they want to share something. Yes, Ankit. Okay, what about you? Anything? Zainab? Okay, and anyone from your group? Yes, you are.
Someone, let me answer me this. Do you know how geopolitics even works? You don't go around and say that he has right to join any group and nothing will be the consequence. There will be consequences. And you cannot deny the fact before the war, Ukraine made many anti-Russian statements. You can even Google it. The Prime Minister or President Zelensky has made many anti-Russian sentiments and openly challenged Russia in many occasions. So how can you say Ukraine has done nothing? Ukraine has made...
I am not saying Ukraine.
You were just saying
Ukraine has defended itself. Ukraine has just
If Ukraine
So
is
you
defending
were
itself,
just-
Russia is doing the same.
Russia has initiated the war. If you guys
How did Russia initiate the war?
Sir, one minute.
Afghanistan.
Can you repeat what you said?
Let the
I
minister
said- First of all, my point wasn't even complete. First, I said that Ukraine has many occasions promoted anti-Russian agenda before even the war started. Second is that you cannot argue that Ukraine hasn't acted as a puppet. It have always followed US's agenda and NATO's agenda. Let me ask one thing. There are other neighboring countries to Russia. Why hasn't Belarus faced the same problem? Why doesn't Belarus facing the problem? Why Ukraine? Because it's obvious. Ukraine has been always against Russia.
Exactly.
Even if Russia...
Its sentiment is always against Russia.
Russia.
And they got the golden opportunity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so according to that, they thought that matter is quite severe, so we should take the utmost advantage. And they got themselves involved.
Yes.
Okay, good point. That's a good point.
Anything you want to say?
I would like
Can I say first?
I think Vaibhav had something to say.
Vaibhav,
Yes.
I think you have.
I would like to say, Saman, that
First,
shouting does not make your arguments convincing.
Okay, guys.
War is not started by only one side. Western media and shows only one side. News media around the world mostly show the Ukraine side only. They said Russia is the villain. But in reality, many countries like India, China, and Brazil did not support Western actions. So Russia says, why is only our sides called wrong? Every side knows the both side of the war.
Exactly. Correct. Just.
Sir, I would like to say something, as he is saying that everyone is accusing Russia of being the villain. Let's see it from a neutral perspective. International Court of Justice, which is a neutral force, has alleged Russia for war crimes.
War crimes, okay.
And it has issued an arrest warrant against Vladimir Putin for the war crimes he committed. He bombed cities, he bombed hospitals, he killed many civilians. So what's...
Yeah.
So isn't
like
he
you were
clearly
talking
the
about the
villain?
same thing that happened in World War II.
Yes,
right?
sir.
That Hitler was called the criminal. Okay?
Yes, sir. And it is a neutral instance. International Court of Justice has called Russia the villain. They had committed war crimes.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
It's a basic human behavior. Just because we know that Ukraine is a very small country and Russia had the capacity, like a very powerful country and had the capacity to destroy anyone, we are assuming that Russia is the villain in this case. But the real thing is, Ukraine started it first. Now, I would
What
like to
about-
call Ashish for further information.
You are trying to say that International Court of Justice has condemned Russia. Let me ask you that. Do you really think that International Court of Justice is not biased?
No,
It's biased.
it's not biased.
Okay,
Let
it
me
has
ask you one
dominance
thing.
of
Let me ask
US
you one
on it.
thing. There were in early years of Russian Federation, there were bombings in Moscow. Can you guess who was involved in it? Can you guess it?
Can you repeat it again?
Which incident you are talking about?
Moscow bombings.
Moscow bombing, yes.
Russia.
In Russia.
Who did it? Who is responsible for that?
You have any idea? Tell us the truth.
There were several terrorist insurgents in Crimea and they were found to be involved in it. So what's your point on it?
What can you please just...
I want there were bombings in Moscow. Okay. What do you think who did it according to you?
I don't have any information about it.
Your country.
Your country, Ukraine?
Yes.
It is there are speculations.
When can you please just specify the time?
I mean, I specified the time. I mean, it was in the early when Putin wasn't even the president at that time. I don't know the exact date. Okay.
Whether it was before 14 or after 14?
After
After 14? From where did the bombing start? Moscow? It's the place where bombing. Who started the bombing? Crimea?
there was involvement of Chechnya, Crimea.
Crimea was already the part of Russia at that time. Because in 2014
let me hold
Russia
you,
had
let
already
me hold you.
But later Crimea decided to join Russia.
Crimea never decided. Crimea does share historical ties with Russia, but many regions have been many regions have been once ruled by a different country, but a certain boundaries.
Okay.
And Crimea has the historical ties with Russia, but in 1991, I guess, I am not sure about the date, so I won't specify it. It was given to Ukraine. So when it was given to Ukraine, when it came under the border of Ukraine, it became a part of Russia, Ukraine.
Okay, let me ask you one thing. Do you know the NATO procedure? How NATO acts?
NATO, when Ukraine will become a part of NATO, it will give its like military to Ukraine. It will stand on the border with Ukraine, on the border of Ukraine. It will give weapons. So that's what the security.
Okay. You missed one major point. There is also a thing. If Ukraine decides to invade someone, or Ukraine is invaded by someone, they will also join. Let me ask you one thing. If after joining NATO, Ukraine decide to attack Russia, what then Russia will do? How can Russia will fight against the entire Europe? Let me ask you one
Are
thing.
you forgetting that this was the same Ukraine who gave up on his third world's nuclear arsenal?
It belonged to Soviet Union at the first place. It belonged to them.
But at that time it was with Ukraine, and Ukraine still gave up on that. Just to attain security, you can't deny the fact.
Okay. That happened in many places. After the division,
Russia did not start this fire. It is simply refusing to burn in silence. Its sovereignty, security, and self-defense are crimes. Then, every great power is guilty. But unlike the West, Russia has the courage to call hypocrisy by its name. At last, I would like to conclude this debate from my team by saying Ukraine is playing victim and to gain sympathy from countries. Thank you.
Very good. Alright, from your group, the closing line please. Start.
Russia just wanted to undermine Ukraine's independence and impose their force over them. This conflict has caused significant human suffering, displacement, and economic damage. There were blood all over the roads, and there were a huge number of human losses. From a legal standpoint, the UN Charter prohibits the use of force against a territorial integrity or political independence. Russia has been accused of targeting civilians, destroying infrastructures, deporting Ukrainian children. Ukraine